This is how to put together the Thuma classic bed. We purchased the classic bed and headboard. This is queen. It is walnut colored and it comes in 3 different boxes. It's relatively easy. The instruction manual says that it only takes around 5 minutes to put together the Thuma mattress. It took us a little bit longer on our first try, but it was relatively quick. This is the inside of the box. It comes with various different pieces. It is packed extremely well. There's a Thuma letter with instruction manuals and also a QR code if you want to access those instructions online. This is the little envelope that it comes with. It comes with a couple envelopes, a little welcome packet explaining the fundamentals of the actual bed and just a little bit of information about the company. So first step is you're going to lay out all the pieces, remove all the plastics. There are also little wooden inserts. Those are just placeholders. You can move those to the side. Here are all the pieces. There are not that many pieces and there are only 6 screws. You're going to want to arrange it in the orientation that you want the mattress or your bed to be in, so you can lay out all the pieces. This is pretty much what the orientation is going to look like. You have your long rails. They're going to be parallel to each other. The short rails are going to be parallel to each other. You put the center rail in the middle. The first thing you're going to do is begin with the long left leg. To start assembly, you're going to insert the long rail into the left long leg with screws facing upwards. The screws facing upwards, so the U side is facing upwards. And afterwards, you're going to take the short rail piece while holding the long rail. You're going to angle it and you're going to push the short rail down fully and it should just lock. Then on the other side, you're going to insert the remaining long rail straight into the right long leg with the screws facing inward and the U-joints facing up, so you should just be able to push it right in. And as you can see, you see that little wooden mount. That's what we're going to use later for the remaining short rail. So we're going to take that short rail and insert the short rail into the left long leg and push the short rail down fully. It's not going to click or anything. It's just going to, the pieces are just going to meld together very easily. Afterwards, you're going to move towards the foot of the bed and place the short leg under the long rail. So U is facing upwards. You're going to put each of those long rails onto the short leg. Then you're going to take the remaining short rail and you're going to keep it parallel to the other side and you're going to place it down, push it down into the both long rails. And as you can see, it fits together like a puzzle piece. Next, you're going to screw the center leg into the center rail. This can also be used to level your bed. It's relatively easy. You don't need any tools. You can just screw it with your hand. Then you're going to place the center rail onto the horseshoes on the inside of the frame, so it should just fall in. And then you're going to use the 2 long screws to secure the short rails. So the short rails are parallel to each other, and you're just going to screw them in by hand. Afterwards, you're going to place the bottom board between the long legs. So the pinholes should be facing upwards with the curvature of the board facing towards the inside of the frame. As you can see, the pinholes are facing upwards and the curvature is facing inside the frame, not outside. So it should just slide in. Then you're going to use the short screws behind the long legs to secure the bottom board. So you have 2 of those short screws, 2 of the 4 that were included in the package. I highly recommend the headboard. I think it's a good purchase. We didn't want to do the ones with the cushion because I feel like cushions do get dirty after a while. You have to clean it. A relatively plain headboard was fine for us. You may have to hold the board while you're screwing it in. Then we're going to place the top board on top of the bottom board, lining up the pins with the pinholes. So as you can see, there are little pins and they're going to fall right into the hole. You can just slide it in. The curvature is once again facing inside the frame, and this will just slide in. We have the last 2 screws, so that's going to be used to secure the top board. And here is the second screw. And we're on to one of the final steps. We're going to put the slats, the wooden slats. So there is a little indentation where you put that first slat, and that is how you put it down in order to roll out the slats. And once you have that first slat in that wooden indentation, the slats just unroll relatively easily. And there's an indentation on a slat stop or an indentation on the bottom of the bed too, so that like locks the slats into place. At this point, your Thuma is put together completely. You may think that it's a little bit wobbly, but as soon as you put the mattress on there, the weight just stabilizes the entire frame. This is a very high quality frame in my opinion, and I'm extremely happy with the purchase. This is a mattress on the bed and it sleeps relatively comfortably. It's a very nice frame. I recommend Thuma, 5 out of 5.